welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy and this is my channel A World of Stitches. It has been 4, maybe 5 months, I think, around there since I last uploaded a video. The last thing you heard from me was I needed to take a break. As you know, I lost my dad on the 1st of January this year. That was hard. Things just really didn't improve from there. I had the counselling went well. I tried to keep my eyes down because the window is right there. As you can see, I'm in a different place. The whole aesthetic has changed. I'm no longer in the home that you guys saw me in all my previous videos. Like I said, the year did not improve at all. The thing is with videos, when you put them out, there's a certain amount of, I want to say secrecy, but I don't quite mean secrecy. It's like your personal life, there's a certain amount of it you keep to yourself. I am dressed, by the way, I'm just really cold in here. There's a certain amount of it that you keep to yourself. It's like the saying goes, no one truly knows what goes on behind closed doors, and that is especially true in my case. I know I shared things with you guys, sometimes personal, but nothing too personal. So, to cut a long story short, I've been dealing with a lot behind the scenes that I didn't share with you guys, and it's very personal. And the last 11 weeks, I think it will be 12 weeks this Friday, we've been living elsewhere. Things at home were not good, and I've known for some time that I couldn't live like that anymore. So one day at the end of August, things finally just sort of came to a head, and my daughter, through tears, looked at me and said, "Mom, I don't want to live with him anymore." That was it for me. That was all I needed. I grabbed the kids and we left with literally nothing but the clothes on our back and our phones and chargers. That was it. We left. And I haven't been back since. So this is my new home. It's not a home yet. I don't like it. But it's a work in progress. I mean, we've only been in here, is it 3 weeks today? It's Tuesday currently when I'm recording this. I don't know if I'm going to put this up today. I made one other video and I didn't like it and I couldn't bring myself to post it. So fingers crossed, if you're seeing this, then I posted it. But there have been a lot of agencies involved, hence why we were able to get this house fairly quick. I've had a lot of support from all my family and friends. I'm just sad that my dad was no longer here to be with me and support me, but I know he's here. I do know he's here. It just would have been nice if it had been in person. But he let me know. I have a canvas photo of my dad on the wall. Ellie put it up the other day, because I'm still kind of rummaging through boxes and stuff. Because we were given an opportunity while he wasn't there to go back into the house and grab as much of our stuff as we could. So we did, because my cross stitches, I couldn't leave them. My knitting and all of that stuff, and my mum's photo albums, all the photos of my dad. You know, all that stuff that you need to bring with you. So most of it is still in boxes because I don't have a ton of storage right now. But to be fair, I want to say 9 weeks, but I don't think it was that long that with the help of all my family and friends, I managed to pull everything together to make a new house. So like the sofas, my brother was changing his anyway. So I have the 2 sofas from him, the TV unit from a very, very good friend of mine, my brother's TV, my brother's Christmas tree, because he had a spare, and bless her heart, Ellie. She's found this particularly hard. So I actually let her, excuse the mess because I don't have a ton of storage right now. She wanted to put the Christmas tree up. So because she's been a little emotional, I let her do it. I know it's early, but she needs something good in her life and something that makes her happy, and that was it. She's put all gel stickers on my windows, stars on my kitchen window. We even did the garlands on the ceiling. And somehow in the past 3 weeks, I've managed to throw a Christmas together, kind of. They have presents under the tree, but they do know that it's been hard for me to put it together all by myself. But this whole thing has taught me one, if it hasn't taught me anything else, it's taught me this, that I am stronger than I think. My family and my friends love me way more than I ever gave them credit for. And yeah, I haven't done a ton of stitching or a ton of knitting because it's just been one hell of an emotional roller coaster for me and the kids. I broke all contact with him. I've changed my phone number. He does not know where I live. He's not allowed to know where I live. He's not allowed to ask my kids about me. Well, our kids. He's not allowed to ask them about me or ask where I am. Conditions that have been put on him because of his own behaviour. But to be fair, he has absolutely slated me to our kids. And I'm just more than grateful that my kids know what he's like. Let me just remove these because that window is getting on my nerves. I am really grateful that they actually know the real him and that the stuff he says isn't true. My kids have been an amazing tower of strength for me these past few weeks. My eldest especially. He's broke all contact with his dad. He doesn't want to know anymore. And he's pushing the others away all by himself. I don't even need to say anything bad about him. So yeah, because all this is going on, I'm still, it's been hard because this doesn't feel fully like a home yet. But I suppose the redecorating will help because it's not, I'm not saying it looks awful. It's just very busy. I like calm, soothing, not busy wallpapers. But we only had the carpets put down last week or the week before. It was a Friday. It wasn't last Friday. It was the Friday before. And that didn't help with it not feeling much like a home, because it was all dirty tiled floors and you could see where masking tape had been, and I just felt grubby all the time. So having the carpets put down helped, but I still need to redecorate. They've given me a small amount of budget for paint and stuff, so that's ordered, that's out in the hall at the moment. I've just got so many things to process and think about. I mean, at the moment he thinks I'm being controlled by my family and that I want to go home. Because why else would I walk away from a 29-year relationship? But if he wants the answer to that, he needs to look extremely close to home. I did tell him, I think the day I walked out, that I was struggling and that I'd actually considered walking away and that I was close to that point. But he chose to carry on that day. He made that decision, I didn't. But there we go. I'm safe. To a certain extent, I'm happier. I know it doesn't look much like happiness at the moment, but I still have internal struggles. I've never had to do any of this on my own before. I mean, we've been together since I was 18. I moved out of home at 17, so it was kind of not even a year by myself. And then I've had him ever since. So putting a home together and taking responsibility for all the bills, which, do you know what? I've done it. I have done it. My brother and his wife have both helped me there with budgeting and sort of working out what's coming in, what's going out. It's tight. But it is what it is. I'd rather be here and struggling with money than there, be okay for money and just miserable. So yeah, I have done little bits of stitching and little bits of knitting, just because there's times when I needed that other focus, shall we say, rather than the thoughts in my head ticking over day after day. But then I haven't done as much as I used to because I'm just struggling. I don't feel at home, if that makes sense. I know I will eventually, because this is my home now and the kids' home. It's just like one of my subscribers said to me, you're mourning your old life too, even though it wasn't the best. You've left everything. My home, which is also the last place of mine that my dad came to. I still struggle with that. Because I can picture him in that house He's never been here. I know his picture's on the wall, but that's what I was saying before. Ellie put that picture up for me a few days ago, and I think all my family were here. My brother, my sister, my brother's wife, my sister's son, and we were all just kind of gathered near that wall, actually, where it is, and just out of nowhere, it had been on that wall all day, and just randomly out of the blue, it fell off, and oddly enough, it hit my sister in the foot. So I think he's letting me know he is here. I just need to get back to where I was. Get my stitching out again and my knitting. And focus on the future. Because it's all about my kids. It always has been. I do miss him. Anyway. So yeah, I have been doing little bits of stitching, but just I haven't been able to maintain like I used to sit for like half hours at a time, and then I'd get up and do something, then I'd sit back down and get back to my stitching, and I could do that all day. And right now I can't. It's like my head's just full. I'm just trying to make sure my kids are okay. Especially Ellie, she's so sensitive. She asked her dad to give her space. He hasn't listened. He's been telling my other son that that's not been Ellie texting him, that's been me. Apparently I've had control of her phone. He doesn't get it. So yeah, I'm trying to make sure Ellie's okay. She's struggling right now. Mostly because we've moved quite some distance away from our old home, which means her trip to college, it takes her between an hour and a half to get to college in the morning. It takes her an hour and a half to come home at night, and when she's doing 9 till 4:30, she leaves here at 7:20. But it has to be that time because that's the earliest. That's the only one she can go on without being late. And then when she leaves at 4:30, it takes her an hour and a half to come home. She's home by about 6, 6:10. And it's been hard on her because it's a long day. I mean, she's up at 7:15, and she's not home till just after 6. It's a 12-hour day, and that's a lot for a 16-year-old girl. But I keep reminding her it's better to be here with no arguments, no raised voices, and it take you that long to get to and from college than be there with all of that and have a 20-minute, 25-minute bus journey. But knowing that you're coming home to the unknown, because you don't know what's happened during the day when you've not been there. But the plan going forward is I have to be here a year with the housing group that I'm with, because I'm not with the same housing group my old home was with. So I have to be here a year before I can ask for a transfer. And as soon as that year's up, I am asking for a transfer. Yes, I will redecorate because they've given me a decorating grant. But I'm not going to waste much more on it than that, because I don't want to be here. And I don't think Ellie does either. But she just doesn't want to be there, so... But yeah, I'm going to try and get my stitching out and just not focus on anything else if I can help it. But that's hard because he constantly texts my kids, our kids, and makes threats about solicitors and court and jail. For me, apparently. But he doesn't see what that does to the kids. He's so blindsided, all he can see is revenge for me leaving. He doesn't see that that was his fault. And he can't see that getting revenge would mean hurting the kids even more. Like Tyler said, he just wants to win. And I just have to cope with whatever he throws at me. And just be there for the kids. But I am strong. I'm stronger than I used to be. I won't let him just walk all over me. I'm fighting for my kids now, not just me. Right, back to the stitching. I'm going to try and pull it out a bit more. I mean, I haven't done a great deal since the last time you saw. It's literally, I think only this one I've been touching, which is this. I mean, that's how long, this is how long ago it's been. This is August. And I was supposed to have done September, October, and I'm in November. I just pick it up occasionally. I mean, all I've done is fill in the white here across the top and the bird, and then the pink stripes in the hut. That's it. I think I am going to have to get the long bar, you know, my Lowry. Trust me, I brought that with me. Because obviously I'm not on the same sofas that were at home. My brothers have slightly wider arms. So when I put the Lowry under the leg of the sofa, I'm not so sure how far over it's going to reach. So I might have to invest in the long L bar or whatever it is they call it. I think that's about £35. It will have to wait for now. It will have to wait for now. I've got to make sure the kids have a good Christmas. Then I'm not doing too bad, thankfully, in that score. They're not going to get anything massive, but they know that. So it's just 1 year. Next year will be so much different. Because the job centre want me to go back to work now. It just worries me about leaving Ellie and Riley by themselves. Not because I think they'll get into trouble or burn the house down, because they won't. They are responsible kids. But if I'm not here to watch them when I'm at work, it's... Ellie's an overthinker. She's the same as I used to be. I suppose I still am to a certain degree. She'll sit and dwell on things, and then when I ask her, she'll just clam down and she won't talk. She'll just cry. So that worries me, but I'll get there. So will the kids. They've got me. If they want to see their dad, I have never stopped them. I just wouldn't go with them to the house. I'd be close though. I think I've actually done a tiny, have I done a little bit of knitting since the last time you saw me? Yes, because I was doing it at my brother's when I was first there. Because I had my knitting bag and my little table. I bought one of those, what do they call them, bed tables. You put them over your legs on the bed and then you can actually tilt up the table. So I can put my paperwork chart on it. And then I can knit a lot easier. And then going forward to today, I've just bought myself something new because, sorry guys, I want that one in the bedroom. I've bought a new one for the front. And do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, you know, when your music teacher used to have the tilt table and they put the music sheet on it. It reminds me of one of those. So I bought that so that I can have it close to me with my knitting chart on it for when I'm in the front room, which isn't very often. But I'm going to try and make it more often. Because I don't think my kids want to sit in here by themselves. They feel a bit odd about it, the same as I do. It's not home, but we're going to make it one. No matter what, I'm going to make it one. We'll get through it. No choice. So, I don't actually know when my next video, 27 minutes, I apologise, that's a lot of rambling. I just needed you to know that where I am, what's been going on, and don't worry, I am okay. Still get emotional, but I'm okay, and my kids are okay. But going forward, I don't know when I'm going to do my next video. It depends how often and how much stitching I actually do get done. Because a lot of the time I don't feel like it. It's like I don't have the heart for it right now. So I'm going to put this up just so you know where I am and that I'm alright. And that I haven't quit. I'm not a quitter. I am not a quitter. I am expecting comments on here from him, to be honest. He did start commenting on my videos after I left, so I tried to block him from the channel. But doesn't mean he can't make a new one. I'll just keep blocking him from the channel every time. But I'm not quitting. Just bear that in mind. I am not quitting. My stitching is my life. And it's my happy place. It always has been my happy place. So I just want it to come back as much as I was before. I will get there. So I'm not going to give you a date on the next video. I'm just going to say it will be when it will be. So just watch out for it, and then you'll know once I've done the first one I'm back, hopefully. It might be a couple of weeks, it might be a few weeks, it could be a couple of months, I'll be honest, but it will be coming, I promise. So I'm sorry it's been so long. I meant the 30 minutes. I didn't mean... Well, yeah, I apologise that it's been like 4 or 5 months as well, but as you've heard, I've had a lot going on, so... I'm going to try not to leave it so long the next time. And I'm going to try and get some stitching done now, actually, while I'm sat comfortable. And it's right next to me. So, thank you so much for letting me waffle for half an hour. I appreciate you all. I have had a couple of messages making sure I'm okay, because 4 or 5 months is not like me, but bless you for asking and checking up on me. I really appreciate it. And it's always nice to know that other people are thinking about me. So until next time, guys, as I've always said, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.